I'm Elizabeth Aloni, and I renovated my kitchen, my downstairs bathroom, my entire outside of my house, all the windows, put shutters, brand new doors everywhere. I think that's it. Just a couple things. So I've been living in my home for 5 years, and I've been wanting to renovate these spaces for 5 years. For 5.5 when I first started looking at it. I have learned about Evolution for quite some time, and I've been really looking for an opportunity to be able to work with them, but hadn't really had that opportunity. And so once I was ready to make the changes I wanted to make, I knew who the only call I was going to make was to Jen and Evolution, because I see her vision. She, from an aesthetic standpoint, she has an incredible vision. Also, I know about her background in building homes and renovating. I mean, nobody knows more than she does. And I just had confidence that working with her and her team, it was going to be, you know, easy, it was going to be professional, and I was going to be thrilled, and I was right. Truly, like, hearing stories about people working with contractors, it's a nightmare for everyone. You know, you just assume it's going to be a nightmare, and I didn't come in thinking it was going to be a nightmare, but I just figured everything's going to be a disaster, and that's just the way it's going to be. But I was really shocked at how well things went. You know, I had total confidence, but I had no idea in the level of organization, the level of communication, the level of professionalism, and also the level of cleanliness. I mean, things were not a mess. My house was not dusty. It didn't feel like I was living in a war zone, which can be very often the case. And all the people that did the work were professional, they were nice, they were helpful. I mean, I never expected it to be like that. And I mean, the way you have everything organized and the charts, and you could look things up online and see, I mean, nobody's ever heard of anything like this. So, you know, there's no way I could have imagined how it would have gone, because truly, I think Jen has created something that was unimaginable previously and is unavailable unless you go to Evolution.
And that's part of our goal, is changing the industry and just bringing processes and bringing technology, these platforms that exist for all other companies, but they're just not in the construction world for general contracting.
Yeah.
It doesn't exist. So yes, we are. Everything you said, I'm so happy that you feel that way, because that's exactly what we're trying to bring to all the customers.
You're not trying, you're doing, and it's absolutely done. I mean, you know, it's, you know, people that I know that had already started work before I started work, you know, are just like kicking themselves for not working with Evolution, because, you know, I know someone who's planning to do work before I did and had already kind of locked up her contractor, and I'm done and she's just started. So there's that. From the beginning, I thought that everything was in good hands. I mean, just from getting, I mean, first of all, the design process, like literally I went to one place one night and picked out everything down to the toilet toilet paper holder. So, you know, that to me was unbelievable. No going to tile stores and this store and that store. It was one stop, picked what I wanted, and then also had the flexibility to make changes if I didn't feel like it was the right thing or I was unsure, which of course I changed and went back to the original. But that's probably, you see that a lot, I'm sure.
Yeah.
But I think my big aha moment was when they finished all the stuff outside. And I just stood there and looked at it and literally just started to cry. And Jen happened to pull up. And I said, I'm crying, I'm looking at my house, I'm crying. You took my ugly duckling and you made it a beautiful swan. And that is really how I felt, because from the day I bought this house, I mean, God bless it, I just thought it was an ugly duckling, but had good bones and was like the right size for my family, and was, you know, had offered me so many things that other places didn't, but I just was like, yeah, but she's ugly. And now she's beautiful, and I'm proud of her, and my kids are proud of her, and now she's a her.
I love it. I love it. And this is what we're trying to do, is just bring everybody's dreams to life. It's your home. It's the American dream to own a home.
Yeah.
And to make that process fun and enjoyable, and to look forward to it instead of dreading it, is what our whole goal is here.
Yeah, and you succeeded once again. But you know, also I want to say too is that not only was I pleased with the work, but Jen came up with the idea. You know, because I really didn't even know what I should do. I knew I didn't like it. I didn't know what would be right. And she said to me, turn all the windows black. You know, that wasn't even on in my thought. So, you know, also being able to have the counsel of what to do to make it look, when you can't see it yourself, you just know you don't like it. Being able to work with you to be able to have that vision really was fantastic.
The windows changed.
I mean,
whole
seriously, I
house.
cannot believe the before and after.
And we were looking to
Ridiculous.
save money, not redo all the siding, not redo everything. So she had a white siding, so if we went with the white windows, which she already had, I felt like that was going to, yes, it's great you have new windows, but it wasn't gonna make a pop, and it wasn't gonna feel like, you know, you are pulling up to a newly improved house. So the black windows were a game changer, and
Huge.
I love them.
It looks amazing. I mean, it looks like people said, oh, you redid your whole front house. I'm like, no, I didn't. I just changed the windows and the doors. I did not change the siding. And it looks like new siding. And it looks modern and it looks fantastic. I didn't need to change the siding.
No. So.
And Jen could have told me I did. Jen could have told me I needed to change the siding and I needed to do this, I needed to do that, like many times happens. And I would have had to spend double the amount of money and it wouldn't have looked any better. So that's the thing too, honesty and integrity, because that's also the thing too. I always felt, you know, everything through the process was honest and had integrity, and I was never spending money just to spend it or being taken advantage of, which can happen as a woman. I'm a single mom, Jen's a single mom, and you know, sometimes you get taken advantage in these type of
Especially in the construction world.
The construction world, you know, you get taken advantage of because I don't know how much it is to change a light bulb or whatever you want to do. So to have someone that I knew that I could trust that would not take advantage was really important. It's just the feeling of walking in it. You know, walking into a kitchen that feels beautiful and light. It feels twice the size. The bathroom is just, I mean, I go in there, I'm like, oops,
I know.
I mean, you know, my kids would not take a shower in there. My kids would not take a shower in this bathroom. And I had two teenage kids, bigger than me, fighting over one shower about who's taking what time and the shower and the water and the heat and all the, and now I have two lovely showers that they will take it in. And, you know, it's just, it's beautiful. So, I mean, I can't say what's the one thing. I would say it's really the whole thing. It's really changed. I feel like, I don't know, I feel like I just gave my whole house a glow up. I did. I don't just feel like it. I did. It's obvious. I mean, I would say you're crazy to work with anybody else. I mean, I don't care if it's a smaller job like mine or a huge job or building a house from the ground up. I would just say you're crazy. Why would you go to anybody else other than Evolution? I'm sorry, I don't mean to be rude to anybody else, but I'm telling you, nobody else has what they have, does what they do, and I mean, everyone's just gonna have to copy what she's doing because honestly, there's no reason to do work with anybody else. So, I mean, I would tell them that.
Thank you.